Hello, subscribers. Welcome to a live stream of AD&D's Curse of the Azure Bonds Remastered. Doing an Iron Man run with all Thief Party. They have Psionic ability. Let's continue this run. I think it's save game D. I know we were in Yolish. Let me check the date on this file, make sure I got the right one. It looks right. I think we may have gone back to Zeno Keep. Yeah, no, we went to Zeno Keep, that's how we got these guys, I think. But we came back and we're in Yolish again. Whoa, this magic user is 19 wisdom. He had a bonus. There is a way you can get 19 wisdom. I'm not going to tell you how. Hey, Duncan and Bo, welcome to the stream. How are you guys? Nintendo patent scam? Uh-oh, what's that about? It's going well here, Bo. You're cruising down to Baton Rouge now. Getting your Acadian vibes? An all thief scam. Fat lot of good 19 wisdom does for mage. It does for protection. The higher your wisdom, you get bonus saving throws. So against charm, fear, hypnosis, illusion, and suggestion, he has a +4 bonus. 20%. Which is good. But yeah, it doesn't help his spell casting. Okay, so we need to fight some of these set encounters. Question is, do I want to leave these guys in my party? I'm not sure. What spells does this guy have? He has Pass Wall. Okay. We could actually bypass a lot of this area and go straight to the other side. Over here. Thank you. That's an easy way to bypass all that. I do want to kill these shambling mounds, because the shambling mounds have a good wand and some treasure. Bo says Cajuns are former Canadians. Oh, okay. I got you now. That's funny. That's why they speak French. Geography lesson for the day. History more than geography, Duncan says. It's both. It's a double whammy. We got geography and history. Okay. Psionic ability will work well against these. Because of the low intelligence. So he's a fighter. What is this guy? Oh, he's the cleric. Tim has Sonic Blast. Okay, one's in a coma. Mr. Spock's not qualified for a Sonic Blast. Addict is. There we go. Lemonhead is no longer suffocating. Ah! Cast haste on us to Aegis. Well, at least we will be hastened for the next potential fight, but it doesn't last very long. Wand of Defoliation, we can all use that. And another wand that we can't use, unfortunately. Duncan says it's a Histography then. Histography. Bo says around here we call it lore. Duncan says you cast haste on Ham and caused him to spill his coffee. He got so jittery. He splashed it everywhere. Okay. Duncan notices a possible sinkhole on your path and leads you around it. All right, good. Here we go. Into the pit. Yeah. Oh, we lost our Zental guys. They left us. They've had enough. Wander Fanatics attack. Allow them to flee. Yes. Come on, I just want to rest 2 hours. Okay, we can't rest. I might be able to rest in the room with Alias. Sometimes those are kind of like special rooms when you find an NPC. We'll try it. Parlay. Be nice. We could use all the help we could get here. Yes, please join. Okay, now can we rest 2 hours? Thank you. Dragon Bait's comeliness is not the best. Yeah, and Alias should have better comeliness than that. She actually supposedly has really high. I'll make a note of that. That attribute didn't exist in the original games. That's why that's happening. Okay, alter order. Let's move her here. Dragon Bait. He has a crossbow. Let's have him equip that. Hey, Mr. Spock, welcome in. How are you doing? No rest for the wicked, DFortae, he says. Yeah, you can have negative comeliness. It can go down to like minus 30, minus 40. It can also go up that high too. It's the only attribute that doesn't really have a limit. Can't believe they're bringing back that rotting heap of garbage. Yes, we want to go down. Examine. Okay. Alias grabs Hamadic's hand. Where did you get this tattoo? Tell the truth. So I think this is happening because we got tattooed by the Swami. So the Dark Elf has taken the name of the organization I supposedly belong to. That's something I'll have to investigate. Thank you, Alias. See a large group of cultists feeding a peasant to a giant slug. Alias blanches. The smell of baked bread permeates the air. What do you do? Attack. Allow him to flee. No. Let's see how we do against these. We're going to use the necklace of missiles. Who's invisible? Is that Alias? That's Alias. else I'll hit him. Ooh, good damage. Mr. Spock says, you've been hit by an ugly stick. Homeliness -1. Oh, he's trying to turn undead on Dragonbait because Dragonbait's a paladin. Duncan says, poor under-equipped Dragonbait, no armor for Saurian. He's wearing plate mail. Destroyed his shield. That cultist had some hit points. He was upgraded. Backstab time. Mr. Spock says cultists are not very loyal to their giant slug overlord. All hail Lord Slug. He surrendered. Imagine if you had this special sword implemented, Jimmy would be the first to dump him in a ditch for it. Oh, his special sword? Who, the Sorial, you mean? What is his special sword? I don't know the lore behind that. Okay, it's the Mogion setup here. Bo says his followers were a bit slimy and didn't have a backbone. True to Lord Slug. Mr. Spock says attacks with salt. Let's use body weaponry. Let me think. This next fight's gonna be rough. 20. Unequip armor. The Elven chainmail. I'm going to give the wand of defoliation to someone that doesn't. Well, actually, I was going to say I was going to give it to someone that doesn't have an area of effect. Let me see what Mystic has. I might give it to him. Yeah, he doesn't have a wand of like Ice Storm or anything, so he can use it. Now, Potion of Speed. Let's give that to Saztam. What else? Let's get some healing in here. Why is our hands full? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Wait a minute. Oh, it's right here. I'll use that on Duncan again. Oh, Duncan says it's a Holy Avenger. Holy Avenger, a +5 magic sword, provides a magic resistance of 50% in a 5-foot radius. Dispels magic at the wielder's level. It inflicts +10 points of damage to chaotic evil opponents and functions as a +2 sword for others. Additionally, while holding the Holy Avenger, Dragonbait creates an aura that grants advantage on saving throws against spells and magic effects to him and his friendly creatures. Yeah, that sounds completely overpowered for him for this point in the game. I think he's from another planet or something too, if I remember that right. Let's use up one more charge for Alias. Okay. All right, what else? Duncan. I actually want to save his for a Psionic Blast. Mr. Spock's advantage doesn't exist in first edition, does it? What do you mean advantage? He's from another realm? He's not from Forgotten Realms, you mean? But he's from the same planet? I thought he was a Sorial or something and from another planet. Okay, what else can I do here? Let's see if I have any good buff spells to use. Lightning Bolt. Knock, Levitate, Monster Summoning 6. I need to get Tim something. Let's give that to Tim. Illusionist Scroll. It's on this one. Continual Darkness. I'm going to go ahead and use Minor Globe in case they cast. Who are we going to put that on? Saz. No, I'll put it on himself. Okay. That's good enough. Here we go. I'm so glad you arrived. Attack. Mr. Spock says, well, the term advantage in 5th edition means you get to do 2 rolls and take the highest of the two. Oh, I see. So you're asking, does it provide that? Ah, man, I feel like there's something that does that, but I don't remember what it is, Mr. Spock. Some special item or something. There's so many magic items in there, I don't remember. Forgotten Realms universe, but indeed a different planet. Okay, gotcha. Instead of +5 Holy Avenger, it's a +2. Broadsword by type. Hill Cleaver is its name. Okay, that's a lot better. That's a lot less OP then. Okay, Mystic. Hypnosis won't work on these because they're not smart enough. It can work up here, though, on the cultists. Our movement's 12. I think we could probably get up there, or at least close enough. Ah! No. These shambling mounds are blocking the way. Okay, what do we have to use? He does have the Wand of Defoliation. We also have Monster Summoning 6, but I'm not sure I want to use that here. Let's try it. We'll see if we do it successfully. Success! Basilisk. We have to get Basilisk. We got 2 Basilisks. Sonic Blast these. Yeah, that one just got killed outright. Okay, and Duncan has a wand, I think. Yeah, Wand of Ice Storm we're going to use. We do not want Mogian casting. Oh, she has energy control. She's a psionic. And she just absorbed the ice storm damage. What's the chance of her being a psionic and then having energy control? That's crazy. I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on here? And she just dissipated the force. Okay, and she's -5 armor class. So she's going to be really hard to hit. What's our Thaco? 6. So 45% chance to hit. We do have dual wielding. Yeah, we should be able to get a hit in. Okay, we got one in. That's all we needed. We don't want to see what she's going to cast. That was really cool that she had that ability. All right, Psionic Blast. Uh-oh, activates Tower of Iron Will. Now we get in a psionic fight. Okay, nobody's shield dropped. Alright, let's avoid hitting her then. Powerful lady, yeah, what the heck? That's a first. They're all turned undead. Dragon Bait just saved us a lot. The Basilisk attacked. Okay, we hit Mogian again. Wand of Fireballs. A pew pew fight. She's gonna dissipate the energy again, but it's okay. As long as these guys don't cast. Alias is no longer suffocating. Duncan says Bozak gates in and casts Stinking Cloud. Yeah, really. Oh. Ooh, look at that. Basilisk stoning a cultist. Nice. Yeah, that would be funny. Bozaks are so hard with Stinking Cloud. Mogian surrendered. That's a first. Cultist is stoned. I didn't know there was a cultist left. That might have been a bug. He might have already been dead and he stoned a dead body on the ground. That guy's really having a bad day. 10,000 experience in items. 3,000 for each character. Okay, we got an Ironstone, Cloak, Mace, Shield, Playmail Potion, Glaive, Periupt. Potion, Magic User Scroll, 2 Periupts. Periupt crazy. Periupt for everyone. Mr. Spock says turn undead works on the cultists. That means they must be undead. No, they were doing the turn undead against Dragon Bait. Dragon Bait's a paladin. And if clerics are high enough level and they're evil, they can turn paladins. So that's what they were trying to do. But they're wasting their time. Okay, let me see. The blue, 15, 15, 15. 14, 15. Must be wisdom. Says you can use a wisdom bonus. Yep. Nice. Okay, cloak, I'm assuming is a cloak of displacement. Let's give that to Duncan. I don't think he has one. He could use the armor class boost. Plus the automatic dodge is amazing. Mace, can't use. Glaive we can't use. Parry-ups we can use. Let's have Mr. Spock put this one on. It's a parry-up to proof versus poison. So that'll give us a saving throw bonus against poison, which is nice. Duncan, you take one. Let's see, they might all be that. Yep, he has bonus versus poison. And Saz. Yep, 3 of them. Nice. Potion magic user. I don't know if any of this is magical. We'll just pick it up. Okay, now we got to fight the god. Biddle Moanders they're considered clerics. I guess they do have cleric level, I think. That's interesting. I need to check on that. Moanders. Turn ability. They probably have cleric level or something. Okay, One of Fireball's not going to work. Continual Darkness would be good. What else we got? Mind Blank. Instant Summons. Dramages. Hey, Dick Danza, welcome in. How are you doing? The cultist may feel the protection from good that the symbol gives off. No. Hey, Jimmy, welcome in. How are you doing? I don't think you chatted yet, have you? Jimmy was a lurker, but he still gave the shout out to Dick Danza. Thanks for doing that. And how are you doing, Jimmy? Let's get an instant summon. Oops, spell fizzled. Okay, never mind. Let's try a Sonic Blast. Oh, or not. Wand of Ice Storm will work. What do we got on this? Phantasmal Killer, which is they have a very, very, very low chance of working on these. And Demi Shadow Magic I want to save. I'm not using it on these. Yeah, let's use the Wand of Ice Storm. They take half damage from cold, but they took the full damage from the physical aspect. Okay, says Tam can do a blast. It's the best we could do. Ooh. Which ones do we hit? Let's hit these. Falls into a deep sleep, falls into a coma. Those guys are done. They're high level though, so it's going to be hard to assassinate them. And we did just assassinate them. Not bad, Danza. Glad to hear that. What? You got promoted. Nice. Congratulations. You're an assistant store manager next week. Awesome. That is great news, Danza. Hey, Hamedic, welcome in. How are you doing? You hear a hum sometimes. Also, a gap of the sofas on the left. You hear a hum? I didn't do anything to the mic. Are you sure it's not your sound? Does anybody else hear a hum? Okay. I think we'll just do straight damage to this guy. Do another blast. Yeah, they must be low intelligence and wisdom. Psionic power for the win. Sounds good on your end, Mr. Spock? Good. Find the Gauntlet of Moander. Kansas says I'm not wearing headphones, so no hum here. The mic's picking up a lot more. No, I didn't change anything. It's all the same. Didn't adjust the volume levels or anything. You have found a cache of jewels and gems. Dragonbait takes and sacrifices his share. Okay. Can't use that, but we can use this gloves. We'll just probably sell all this stuff. A map. Your mic picks up fan noise. Yeah, I try to keep mine away from my CPU so it doesn't make a noise like that. Well, sorry to hear there's a hum. You're attacked by shambling mounds. Oh boy. Okay. Thing we're psionics. We can't. Tim's out of it though. Hamadic's out of points too. Let's see if anybody has the ability. Yes, Duncan does. And I would really prefer to use that when there's more than just two. Mr. Specs is a hum for You can't use noise suppression with your new mic setup. It captures all audio media in a hub and it kills the music. Oh, it's not good. All right, Tim, let's use one ice storm here. We'll take half damage from cold, but the full from the physical part. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, he only has 90. You can see here his defense is 31. It's lower than the attack. That was from Mogion hitting him. But he didn't reach 0. When you reach 0, really bad things start to happen. So she didn't deplete our defense all the way. Wand of Fireballs won't work. I think we're just going to have you guard. Tim's engulfed. It picks up a lot more keystrokes. You just have your volume turned up louder? Let's see, let's attack. Mr. Spock, I thought you had a wand, but I'm not seeing it. Oh, necklace. Well, necklace missiles won't work. He has a bunch of scrolls, but no wand. All right, let's just kill him. Duncan. He has a wand ice storm. That's what we want to use. Mr. Spock says, wow, lightning makes shambling mounds get more hit dice. Yes, you don't want to use lightning on them, and fire does nothing to them. Is resting alts required to replenish psionics? Yes. And it replenishes pretty quickly, too. Tim's no longer suffocating. Mystic's so overloaded. Alias is hiding in the corner. Why do I not have this Dusty Rose equipped? That's minus 1 AC. It stacks with everything. Remember, I must have given the defoliation to Mystic, because I haven't seen anybody else have it yet. Armor class 6. We need your armor on, Mr. Spock. Elven chainmail, there we go. Okay, shambling mounds fleeing. Alice is just hiding in the corner. She's like, yeah, I'll let these guys take care of it. So we'll rest 2 hours, and that should give back most of our psionic points. Let's see, it was Ham that had been hit the most. Yeah, he's back to full. Ah. Okay, so hypnosis won't work on them. They're not smart enough. Okay, yeah, there's the wand of defoliation. Let's use that. Nice. Tim, you're gonna Use psionic ability here. Those two resistant. Says you use psionic. And Ham, you use psionic. We have one more we need to try to blast. There we go. They're all in comas or in deep sleeps. Danza says, I have fantasy in my blood, but sci-fi pours in my veins. LOL. Mr. Spock's no longer suffocating. Thought Shambling Mound was more like a crawling carpet slug. No. It looks like this. That's an accurate picture. Three more. Let's see. Him has one more blast in him. Okay, at least we affected two of them. Both of those are engulfing. We got blocked by Alias and Dragonbait. Duncan's no longer suffocating. More like Swamp Thing, yeah. Yeah. They really want to engulf Duncan. Saztam's no longer suffocating. And, gosh, there was a movie, The Beastmaster. Did you guys ever see that? So there's these creatures in that are really tall, that take their cloaks and wrap them around monsters like this. Well, let's say monsters, wrap them around people or whatever, and dissolve them, and then their bones just fall out. It's kind of the similar situation with the Shambling Mounds. They just grab and engulf and then suffocate them. They're out of air. They run out of air and die. Lack of air. Okay. And we're getting a lot of random encounters. So this fight through here is going to be hard, and I don't think I'm going to build a rest, but we're going to try. At least Saztam gets his regen in. This might take a while. You've seen Beastmaster? Yeah. They gave Mark Singer the medallion. Miss Spock says, I know the movie, but I don't think I watched it. Add to the list. Oh, it's a great movie. It's actually made from one of my favorite directors. Don Coscarelli was one of the directors on that. The previous VOD, that one's still okay, but today it sounds a bit off for you. That's weird, Well, hopefully you can get past that and not be obsessed with it so you can enjoy the stream. I don't know if we're going to be able to heal enough here. There's 3 Beastmaster movies. I've only ever seen the first one. The other 2 are probably different, right? Like, not same director. Not Don Coscarelli. It has Rip Torn as an evil mage. Yes! Cleric. He's an evil clericish. I just watched another movie with Rip Torn. It's a John Candy movie called Summer Rental, and Rip Torn was in that. Mr. Spock says, I'm looking at Curse Azure Bonds module. It was designed for both first and second edition. That's cool. Yeah, it's kind of a quasi thing for sure. Trying to get full health here because this next fight's rough. The ferrets, yeah. Ferrets were cool in the Beastmaster movie. Summer Rental's a classic. I had never seen it. My wife and I watched it on vacation. Since we were on the beach, I'm like, this is a perfect movie to watch. It was funny. Yep. Okay, we'll try resting one more time here. Okay, good enough. I do have some healing potions I can use. Let's do that. Just gotta figure out who had them. Here they are. Okay, that's good enough. Oh, this one still has charges. Okay, good. Duncan. Last charge. Okay, here we go. Use body weaponry and unequip your armor. Dan says, like, it's okay, honey, you didn't wet your bed, you wet their bed. Yeah, that was funny. Mr. Spock says, yeah, it's always been a summer feel-good movie for me. I might even like it better than The Great Outdoors. Yeah, I've seen that one. I do like it better than the Great Outdoors. Okay, Mr. Spock, Necklace of Missiles. Gonna cause some item damage here. And Mystic, do we want to hypnotize anybody? Let's do it. Vegapygmies are unaffected, but we got 3 cultists. So yeah, we're good. We hit all the casters this round. Tim, do a Sonic Blast this direction. Not bad, not bad. Nice. These are the ones on our side. They're starting to cast. Let's see what they cast. This guy in a coma? No. Well, that was a waste. That cultist got feeble-minded. No casting for him. Danza says, have you ever seen the movie Neighbors with John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd? I don't think so. He cursed them. Good. That doesn't sound familiar, Danza. Magic Stone, protection from evil. Okay. They're casting. Let's try lightning bolt. Worked. Now, can I get up to here? Tim does not have any wand. Oh, he does have a wand. Okay, never mind. He's using a wand. John is the straight neighbor and Dan's the crazy one next door. It's really good. Neighbors. We gotta help out Seth so he doesn't suffocate. I'm not gonna read that, Danza, because I don't want any spoilers. I started to read and I saw it was something about the movie. I don't watch trailers because there's way too many spoilers in them. And my mind is like a steel trap for scenes. I cannot unsee them. Okay, those guys are good. Oh, we got one up here. Success due to psionic ability. We didn't have psionic ability. I don't think we would have survived. Well, with the scrolls, we probably would have, but it would have required depleting all that. Okay, cool. Journey on. Let's go to... Let's go to Hills Far. Oh, she won't accept us. She still thinks we're Zentil scum because we didn't get rid of that rune yet. Okay, we'll go over to Flan. We were just there in Pool of Radiance. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check it out. That's why I didn't want to read the scene you mentioned. Nice. I could actually use the fix command with these cultists in my party. Again, detect magic. Okay, Duncan's ready for a level up. Oh, he was behind. Must have been down at some point. Okay, let's go to the store first, because I'm sure we have all kinds of stuff. Second thought, let's not go to Hills Far. It's a silly place. Yeah. Yeah, it's so silly, the game. There's the parry up to proof against poison. We got a potion of healing. Magic user 3 spells. What do we get? We got Bigsby's Grasping Hand. Pass Wall. Yes! And Rave Enfeeblement. Pass Wall. That's fantastic. We could actually probably avoid Dexter, the Beholder, with that Pass Wall. If I get it in the right spot in the dungeon, I could pass the area where he's normally at. The problem is I think he appears in several locations. So we'd have to make sure we avoided the spot where he was at. But we could bypass him with that. Let's see what else we got. So this was a Wand of Lightning, which we can't use. We can use Wand of Lightning Bolt if we found one, but we didn't. Ooh, Big B's Pass Wall. You put that in there, didn't you? Oh yes, all Big B's I put in there. I've put in hundreds of spells that were missing. Duncan says, "No shocking grasp or burning hands. The party is doomed." Duncan says, "You cannot pass the Dexum battle, or you will never get the item he has for Tyranthraxis." Ah, yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah, we would miss the quest item, and it probably the game wouldn't progress onward. Well, we could use it to shortcut and get to him faster potentially, and avoid a bunch of random encounters. You could at least do that. Sell all this stuff. Cleric Scroll worth 600 experience. And the Gloves of Thievery, we don't need that. That gives us some more experience. Mace +3, sell. Shield +2, sell. Wow, this plate mail's worth a lot of experience. 1400 is +3. Can't use it. Glaive +1. This is all normal equipment from the cultists. Oh, and let me show you a feature I put in recently for those that haven't seen it yet. So anything you sell will appear in the shop right here at double the price until you leave the shop, in case you accidentally sold something. Because I've done that before. You'll pay for it because it's a lot more expensive to buy it back. At least you can. Okay, I think that's it. How much is this worth? Not much. Okay, and still, Duncan's the only one ready for level up. Gosh, the other thieves are so far away. It's rough. cube of water. I once sent a cube of water down some stairs to take out like 20 kobolds or something. They were all stuck in it. I'm not familiar with that item. Level 11 thief. Let's go to the vault. Leave all of our money there. Share the money. Let's re-equip your armor. Where's it? Elfin chain. Okay, and save. Nice. Journey on to Zental Keep. So this is where Pool of Radiance takes place. This whole area here. I don't know if you can see my mouse cursor. So here's Flan, and you're in a zoomed in area of the outdoors. So right about here is the Buccaneers Den, and then over here is Zental Keep. Well, that's weird. They actually moved it. In Pool of Radiance, it was about here. And they actually moved it here on the other side. Okay, enter. Gotcha. You know what? I need to get a bunch of mage scrolls. Let me go back to Vault. I shouldn't have done that. Let's enter the city. Go to the vault, pool, share. Journey on. Because all the scrolls I made can be randomized. So we can end up getting some nice spells. Because this is going to be really hard. The beholder area. So we can use all the help we could get. Okay, these. Let me leave and come back. Yeah, these are set scrolls. I don't want those. Okay, these are new ones that have changed because of the price change. Or wait. Yeah. Yeah, here's a black scroll. There's a couple black. Here's a white. Those are Dragonlance classes. I have Dragonlance classes enabled, even though I'm not using them. It causes these items to appear. So, let's see what's on them. Who has the least number of scrolls? It's like Tim. Let's buy those. Fireball, identify mind blank. Dromage's instant summons. Sleep in fear. That one sucked. It's on this one. Charm Monsters, Confusion, Dimension Door. That's a good one. It's a 5th edition? Oh, okay, Danza. Gotcha. The cube of water, he said. In Pool, it's an outpost, not that actual city. Oh, yeah, an outpost. That's correct. Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe they built the outpost first and then developed the city across the river. It's called Animate Water. You had enough level for 2nd edition? Those are normal. Oh, wow, this one's 7,600. 3 spells. They must be high level. Let's see what's on them. Feeble Mind, Project Image, and Eye Bite. Wow. Project Image we could actually use. We could, in that beholder fight, if we could get around the wall, we could project an image and then have that image use scrolls. And be out of vision like our real characters. That could be interesting. Let's buy another one of those. Okay, let's see what's on this one. Okay, that's the Charm Monsters Confusion Dimension Door one. Okay, we'll save the rest of our money because that's all we have right there. Let him go. You know, I probably actually should get some healing potions. Because we're not going to be able to heal down there. Oh, he was selling a Wand of Lightning. And an Illusionist Scroll. Let's see what's on that one. Mass Suggestion and Fascinate. Okay. Not the best. We at least have a few healing potions. Dog piddled on our leg. Happens every time. Okay, olive. Yes, we follow her. This guy gets killed right away, I believe. By Dexum. Dexum the Beholder. Doesn't matter what we do here. An impressive man backed by his troops, priest magicians, rushes into the room. And then he's killed. That's about what happens when you face a beholder. Okay. So what I was thinking of doing is using pass wall. We could use it right here to get over through the dungeon right there and bypass having to go all the way around. Now I just have to find where in the world it was. Let's see if Mr. Spock had it. Yeah, here it is. All right, cast. There we go. I think this is the room Dexum is in usually. But I'm not 100% sure he's always in here. It's going to be so bad, guys. It's going to be so bad. Remove your armor. I'm unequipping all my weapons, so my speed factor isn't as bad. He's always in there. Okay. So now, the Beholder. I'm not sure there's going to be a whole lot that's going to help us here. Let's check it out. Protection from evil. So the Minotaur, it's not going to help against the Minotaurs. And you know what? There's a Medusa in here too. I just remembered. Let's have everybody equip a mirror. That's not going to affect our speed factor. This will help. That's not going to help against the Beholder though. And let's see here. Fire shield. I guess if we start getting attacked. Now, hot or cold? I think I'll do cold. Conjure fire elemental. Fear and fumble. Duncan says if you attempt to pass by that room on the next square south, he'll appear there. Oh, okay. That's probably what happens. Because I feel like I fought him somewhere else before. Probably what I'm doing usually. Force cage. Blink. Blink actually could help. If we're not there when he uses his raise, Blink will protect you because you're not even going to be there. So we're using that. It's the same, right? Yeah, it's the same. Okay, that's not going to help. Another blank, use it. Heat metal. Protection from good, power word stun. There's another blank. Wait, is Sastan blinking yet? Yes, he is. Okay. Give that one to someone else then. So the 3. Yeah. Give that to Mystic. Let's see what else we got. Fireball and reduce. Neutralize poison, summon insects. Fireball, hold person. Confusion, hold plant, animal reduce. Conjure animals, improved invisibility. That can somewhat help. I'm going to go ahead and use it on yourself. Friends, invisibility, protection from normal missiles. Cast invisibility on Mr. Spock. All right. Knock monster summoning 6 and levitate. Minor globe, cloud kill, hold monsters. Blink. Another blink. Failed to understand. Okay, try again. We're outside of combat. Okay, he's blinking. Mirror image, yep, do it. Feeble mind, project image, and eye bite. That's a good one. Like it says, burning hands, the party is saved. It is slightly better in my version because when you cast it, it goes out in a fan. So you could actually hit 3 enemies in front of you. You can hit up to 3. So, and that's how it's supposed to work. So it is a tiny bit better. Yeah, that's Flame Blade. Alright, that's all he has. It's taking a long time to prepare because this fight is no joke. This is a terrible, terrible fight. Definitely going to use haste. Now, Sad's Tam was unaffected because I had minor globed him already. I didn't know I had a haste. It's normal. Sleep in fear. Instant summon, yep. Do we want to get it? Oh, this is for item creation. Wand of Ice Storm. What is this? Let me look this up again. I'm confusing it with another spell. Magic. Oh, the magic user. That's right. Teleports some desired item from virtually any location directly into his hand. The object must be singular. Cannot be larger than a sword. Okay. So this is where you would cast it, put something in a vault. You like tag the item. And then later on, you could be in a totally different dimension, like in Pools of Darkness. Cast this and pull the item out. So what I'm doing right now is flagging the item. I'll do exit. I don't want to do that. I was confusing it with the aerial servant one. Okay, let's see. Fireball identify mind blank. Mind blank actually could help against charm. Put that on Sazdan. Hey Tim, welcome in. How are you doing? Burning Hands doesn't require touch. No, it has no saving throw. It just does fire damage, and it does it in a fan in front of you. And it does 1 point per level of the caster. So like if you're a 10th level mage, you could do 30 damage with it if there were 3 enemies in front of you and they get no saving throw. It's not bad for a first level spell once you get higher level, and if you're fighting multiples. For a level 1 spell slot, you could take out 3 enemies if they had, 10 hit points or less. But if it's only 1 enemy in front of you, it's not economical. Magic Missile would be better. But it can ignite things too, because it is fire. So you could potentially damage some items. So that's an advantage too. All the enhancements I've put in make some of these spells that were useless in SSI's version actually have purpose. Mr. Spock says, who has the longest potential lifespan, elves or dwarves? Elves. Also a good spell if you're a weakling. Yes. And think about, there's points in certain games where your items get stolen from you and you have nothing. That's perfect, because you could just summon a wand back, and then all the guards and everybody that thought they took your stuff, guess what? You start hitting them with wands. You're doing great. Glad to hear that, Tim. Hey, Sastam, welcome in. How are you doing? We're getting ready to fight a beholder, so I've been doing all these preps. It's taken forever. But it's an extremely scary fight. We could get party wiped real quick. Protection from evil's really not going to help us much. Actually, it will help against saving throws. And I think beholders are evil, so I will do this. Wrong one. Failed to understand. Come on, you can do it. Let's put it on Saz. Oh, I wasted it. He had Minor Globe. I forgot. Old monsters. Here's Sirius. Visibility. Let me cast that. Let's put that on Mystic. Conjure Elemental. Leoman's Secure Shelter. What else we got? Let's work our way backwards here. Mind Blank. Sure. Oops, the spell fizzled. That's not good. Continual Darkness. Can't cast that right now. Okay, that's all we got. Wish me luck. We're gonna need it. Okay. Who has project image? I didn't want to do that. I don't think it's this guy. I am going to summon a fire elemental if possible. Ooh, it'll fizzle. I have to be really careful here because if I cast... Let me show you something. So Dexum is facing east. So I implemented the cone of anti-magic properly. So it's going to spread out like this. So his cone basically is going to go up like this and down like this. So anything cast within that spot, since he's facing directly east, will fizzle immediately. So I can't be in the cone, and you can't cast anything into the cone. If you try to cast anything into it, as soon as it crosses into that cone, it'll fizzle. But what I could do is come up here, conjure the fire elemental, and he should come down here and start attacking. So that's what we're going to try to do. Let's move him up here. As long as we don't fail this. Where did it go? There it is. No, he got too close to the cone. Thanks, Tim. I needed the good luck. Yes, the Beholder has all of its abilities. I programmed them all in compared to how SSI did it. Beholder's your second favorite after the Mind Flayer, Mr. Spock? Satstam says, I never met someone with one eye who was good. Yeah, Mind Flayer would get completely owned by a Beholder. Now I can sneak behind him and potentially Sonic Blast him. That's what we're going to try to do with one character. The only thing you've ever seen close to Beholder was the minion in Big Trouble in Little China. Yeah, that's a cool little thing. It was small. Beholders remind you of Mad Balls. Oh, I do remember those. I forgot about those. Oh yeah, I implemented the charm monster, the charm person. He actually has all kinds of rays. Now once we start damaging him, his rays will his eye stalks will start to get destroyed and he'll start losing the ability to use some of the stalks. I've got an invisible guy here. Let me see if I can sneak past. Okay. Now, if I hit him here, he's going to face downward toward me, which is what I want. Because then everybody else should be okay up there. Now, I thought there was a Medusa. Yeah, there is. Okay. So he can turn around at any point and use his rays, but right now he's facing that way, southwest. Duncan should be able to do a Sonic Blast here. Let's go like right here. Didn't work. Was he blanked? He wasn't blanked. I think I'm going to just go hit him with Tim. Because if we can start killing those ice stalks, he won't be able to use as many. Oh, he did the fear one. We passed the saving throws, whatever he just tried to do there. That was good news. We have a chance. Okay, we have a chance. I still need you to use your mirror. I don't want to unequip that. Dang it, no penetration. Yeah, he has a ray of disintegration. What about a beholder with psionic ability? Thank God they don't have that. Yeah, that would be... They're already so ridiculous. Okay, where's your weapon? How good are you at the dart? Fako of 11, that's what you're throwing. Good. Mystic blinked out. That was good timing. Duncan blinked out. Cultist tried to cast, and the anti-magic blocked it. Okay, What way is he facing? I won't be able to tell from here. We have enough movement though. Should be able to come down here and look at him. He's facing northeast. Okay, so he's definitely going up here. I'm going to try to come all the way around. Unequip the mirror. Nice. Yeah, so many Minotaur and they're blocking where you can't get a lot of hits in on them. Okay, the scroll's not going to work well. Trying to remember what direction his thing will aim. He's looking this way, northeast. Yeah, he would see us. So I can't cast from there. Kind of want to try to probably should get rid of the Medusa. Can't use scrolls, can't use wands. I think it's time to just do straight damage. Reflected it, but she passed her saving throw. 9 hit points left. He's almost dead. The Minotaurs are fleeing. Well, at least that one was. There we go. Beholder's down. Oh, our cold fire shield came in. The Minotaur took some damage. As I said, a horse-headed human is known as an impotane. I only mention it because it's hard to research a name. It's just, that's very impotane information, Mr. Spock says. Okay, now we're free to do whatever. Medusa's confused. Tim blinked out. Okay, Mystic is right here. He's right here behind this Minotaur. So we can actually reach the Medusa. I guess all you have is a broadsword +1. Mr. Spock, let's have you use... Do you have a wand? You have necklace of missiles. Good enough. I think my guy's still here. No, actually, no, he blinked out. So we can use this right now, right here. Medusa's enraged, makes eye contact with 2. Poison the Minotaur. Nice. Ah, the fights are so unpredictable now, it's fun. Oh, he commanded the Minotaur to take a nap. And it worked. Minotaur's napping. Mr. Spock says, as long as I don't confuse my necklace of missiles with a candy necklace. Oh, gosh. That's pretty funny. All right. Let's use one more charge. Duncan's still there. We got to be careful. Oops, and I hit Mystic. He didn't take any item damage though, which is good. Minotaur takes a nap. So let's kill this Minotaur while he's napping, because command only lasts 1 round. Here come the surrenders. Oh, the Medusa goes berserk. She's running for that Minotaur. He's facing the other way, though, so he's probably not going to see her. We'll let those guys go after him. Go for it. I don't want to go up there. You made that look easy, Mr. Spock says. No, it was just, we got lucky. I mean, I did a bunch of prep, but we got lucky. It may have looked easy, but that could have went wrong so quickly. One thing he did was cast continual light on a coin and put it in leather scroll to act as a flashlight. Yeah, you can cast it on a person behind their head. I don't know if you know that, Danza. And it'll follow them. At least I think continual light will do that. Ah, the Minotaur got stoned. Well, I'm talking first edition. You were probably playing a different edition. I know you've mentioned the other editions. 13,000 experience and items. Now we get our reward. Well, let's just pick up everything we can. Tom's got 19 strength, so we're going to make him carry the most. Let's see. Saztam has 1800. Don't care about the gold. Retrieve the Amulet of Lathandar. Oh, now we're attacked again. I forgot about this. Allow him to flee? Yes. Yes, please. I don't want to do that fight. You've never seen a Minotaur flee? Yeah, they will. You made a drawing off the concept? First edition Dungeon Master. Mr. Spock says, I've now seen a Minotaur flee, F-L-E-E, but I've never seen a Minotaur flee, F-L-E-A. John Moody would be very proud of that, Mr. Spock. He'd be laughing. Oh boy. They're not overwhelmed by us. They're not impressed. Necklace of missiles. Right here. Hey, Glenola, welcome in. How are you doing? Says everybody must get stoned. It's a gold box motto. Okay, I think I'm going to just do straight damage to these guys. I want to save my Sonic blasts. Those guys have resist cold, the high priest. They're taking half damage from the cold. Okay, Saz, you gotta hit this cleric for me. Well done. Tim says Moody would be totally laughing. You really love the puns, yeah. It's going well, Glenola. How are you doing? Finer than frog's hair. That is your phrase, I've noticed. That's pretty darn fine. Let's see here. Do you have a wand? Yes. Moody was one of your favorite streamers, Danza? He laughed at all my jokes. I can't play Wizardry without him. Moody's ghost is what I call Murphy. Ah, that sucks. Yeah, there was one stream. I don't remember who was there. I know some people in this chat were there. Where oh my gosh. There was a couple times he was laughing so hard. He was crying. And it started making us cry. We were laughing so hard. There was oh my gosh, some of the stuff that was said was so funny. Good times. Hey, where do you think you're going, buddy? You're getting ready to do something on Twitch. You're just not sure what yet, Glenola? Gotcha. Well, as long as you do something, that's all that matters, right? You know what? These light crossbows might be magical. I'm not sure. I'm going to pick them up because that's something we can actually use as thieves. And it could be the quarrels are magical. Hey, here's a club. That might be magical too. Because as thieves, we're not finding a lot of stuff we can use magically. Hey, Cody, welcome in. How are you doing? I didn't see you there for a minute because your name color was the same as Danza's. He got to the point where he couldn't even play the games anymore. Mr. Spock says, yeah. Yeah, that was the best. Oh, Manicore fight. Oh, and a Dark Elf Lord back there. Okay, this is going to be scroll time. That guy's casting. Ugh. Wand of Ice Storm time. No casting for you. Tom says Moody made puns with every breath he took. Made it look easy. He did. He was the pun master. Moody's trivia was so good when it came to your WCW and WWF streams. You're doing well. Glad to hear that, Cody. Been lurking around while working on a game. Cool. What are you working on? Is it more Doom? Doom levels? Let's see. A lot of fireballs. Let's do it. Thanks for giving Cody the shout out, Jimmy. I think Jimmy probably did that. Okay, down to the Dark Elf Lord and the High Priest. I guess you're done with your turn. Let's see. Sling. All right, let's see if we can set up a backstab on this guy. Well, Mr. Spock went down immediately. Tried to blast him. Oh, he's temporarily insane. Bandage. Well, that means our Sinics aren't going to work on him anymore. He's going to be hard to take down. Let me think about this for a minute. Let's see what we have on a scroll. Force Cage. Oh, there's a good chance it won't work on him, but if it does, that's perfect. We're going to try it. No, he resisted it. Dang it. Manicore looks like a Santa core, Mr. Spock says. And Cody says, no, it's a little Zelda-like where you go to an ice world and throw snowballs at enemies. I posted about it in your Discord last week when we started. You did? I did not see that. Oh, well, I was on vacation. I must have missed it then. It set them up on a journey up a tower when you were DM? Oh, Manticores, you mean? Hey, Zombo, welcome in. How are you doing? A video in the programming section. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so that didn't work on him. Let's see. What else we got? I don't really want to try iBite because it's probably... Well, he's insane. Work. Burning Hands. Let's delay. He looks around anxiously. Okay, the temporary insanity is working on him. So I don't know which condition he has. There's like 20 different insane conditions. But he lost his turn there. Unfortunately, I have the force cage blocking the way now. I can't go in there. So we'll be able to hit him from the top. That's it. As long as he's losing his turns. Yes, he's anxious again. Perfect. All right, he's perpetually anxious. That's great. He's got -6 AC. It's kind of hard to hit. All right, we got to get Mr. Spock up here. Okay. Gosh, we're close. Ah, force cage. Okay, hang on. Make a note of this. Breaking it out of force cage was trying to draw something when it expired outside of combat. See the letters AS scratched into the wall. We did it. We made it. Even Olive was surprised we made it. Success. And there's a civil war. All right, let's see what we found. So the quarrels are normal. Oh, the light crossbows are normal. I was hoping those are magical. A wooden shield. Just make sure. Yeah, those are normal. That's normal. Oh, look at that. That's where the money was. This full plate is full plate plus 3. Oh my gosh, if we could only use that. I will give you 32,000 gold pieces, 12,000 experience. Man, if we had a fighter that could wear full plate +3, that would be unbelievable. Mr. Spock says, does your cheat for sorting by value know about magic properties, even if unidentified? Yes. Yeah, that's why it's under the cheat menu. Sell. Well, too bad we beat Zeno Keep because we had plenty of money now for scrolls. There is a shop we could go to in Dagger Falls, I believe. I'll probably go there. Druid Scroll. Oh, these are magical. Nice. +2. +1 darts. We can use those. +2 dagger. Nice. So we did get a few more magic items. Ganola says, just found something I thought I had read at one time but couldn't remember. In first edition, magic boots adjust to any size up to giant. I knew that Gauntlets of Ogre Power did that. Not Girdles of Giant Strength, but I knew Gauntlets Ogre Power did. Which kinds of magic boots? Because there's multiple types. Going slow in case one of these crossbows is magical. Nope, it wasn't. Dagger +2 though. It's a good offhand weapon. He has a knife +1. Mystic did not. So he can use the dagger +2. Nice. Man. Far from level 12. The description you read was in the Boots of Dancing, page 139, Dungeon Master Guide. Shares screenshot on Discord. Cool. Yeah, I did not know that about that, but I knew it about the Gauntlets of Ogre Power. E. So yeah, there's a shop we can go to in Dagger Falls. Magic shop, here we go. So this is similar to the shop in Zeno Keep. Looks like the prices are inflated. Yeah, 900 instead of 675. But we might be able to get some good things here. We're going to leave and come back. I'm going to keep doing this because it's possible the item types will change. Yeah, like right here. I kind of want to wait to see if he'll sell a wand of lightning bolts. It might be possible. Spend some time doing this. There's a black scroll. Dagger Falls, not Daggerfall. Yeah, exactly, says. Bethesda sued by Hasbro incoming. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Search. Illusionist scroll. 2 spells, 1800. They're probably weaker spells at that cost. Largest wands of magic missiles. Now that one's 4,800 for that illusionist scroll. I'm gonna buy that one. We won't know what it is until we leave. Alter reality. Oh man, it's too bad we didn't. Oh. Now the thing is, we do need Phantasmal Force for alter reality to work. We'd need a scroll with that. Which I don't think we have. I think we have Phantasmal Killer, but we don't have Phantasmal Force. Yeah, it's 7th level. That's the highest spell level illusionist get. Anza says, on second thought, let's not go to Daggerfall. It's a silly place. Tortured man claps. Yep, Thief can use it. It'd really suck if we fizzle it, though. It is possible. And Bo says, Altered Reality. What a strange game. He's talking about the game called Altered Reality. Yeah, that was a fun game. It was definitely strange, though, like you said. Got a review of that one out there. At least the only DOS part. Because there was another part, but it wasn't on DOS. Danza said Altered States. What a weird movie. I haven't seen that. Wand of Fear. Dang it. We can't use it though. So yeah, we could get a different kind of wand here potentially. And here's a Potion of Heroism, which we can't use also. That's a fighter-ish type only. But we do have two illusionists. What are the chances that one's going to be a form of phantasmal force? Guess we're going to find out. Phantom Wind. Suggestion. Prismic Spray. That's actually a really strong spell too. 7th level. It's a good spell. Did they ever make sequels to that game? The first one, yes. So the first one was called The City. I think the second part's called The Dungeon, maybe? And it did not exist on DOS, but it existed on, I don't know what it was, Commodore or Apple, something like that. Mr. Spock says, what kind of penalties do thieves take when trying to cast? So they have a flat 25% chance that they don't understand the writing when they try to cast a spell. Also, they can't ID the scroll. You have to have someone else ID that for them to see even what's on the scroll. And then if the spell is a lot higher level than what you are, but this is true of any magic user, anybody trying to use a scroll, you can have it fizzle. So if you don't understand the writing, you just waste your round. You don't burn up the scroll. But if you fizzle it, it actually burns up the charge on the scroll. So they got the 25% flat, can't understand. And then if they succeed with avoiding that, they could potentially fizzle it based on their level compared to the spell's level. Danza says, I had to make a copy of Altered States to a VHS through my computer to avoid the copyright signal. Best 4 hours of trial and error ever. Yeah, that works. Otherwise, you get the weird flashing where, like, every once in a while it'll get bright and then kind of flash. DVD burner would scramble the image? Oh, wow. 3-tier chance of failure, yes. And Glenola said, would drow magic resistance have to be checked per color that hits once for the prismic spray in total? No, it's for the entire spell. So prismic spray only generally shoots one color. There's a chance it could have 2 colors. That's it. Now, if you're talking prismic sphere is all the colors, and prismic wall is all the colors. And for both of those, it's for all of them. Basically, magic resistance is a spell. Think of it as the spell itself doesn't materialize where the drow is. So, like if you cast a stinking cloud on top of a drow, the area around the drow will form. So it'll be stinking cloud all around them. But where the drow's standing, it won't form there. So it can have it could lead to holes in fireball explosions. So in theory, if someone was standing really close to the drow, like a little bitty insect or something, and a fireball went off, that insect would be protected as well. Because the blast right where the drow was wouldn't materialize. And then if you target them with a spell that's specific to target a life form, like hold person, it's the same deal. If you pick 2 targets, it would go on the first target, but as soon as it goes to the drow, it would fizzle on the drow. Potentially, if they made their check. Bo says, I always found it cool that thieves rogues could use scrolls and wands. Yeah, once they get to level 10, that's quite a ways off. But yes, at least they can do that. It's kind of the magic level for thieves. A staff of striking. We can actually use that, but I don't think anybody has a quarterstaff proficiency. I'm still gonna buy it because we can. Let me see what the Thaco is. Thaco of 6. What else do you have equipped? Thaco of 0. I guess that is true with the Thaco bonus. So this has a few charges in it. So Mr. Spocklebell will do quite a bit of damage with this. I don't know how many charges are in it, though. I don't have enough to buy another one. Glenola says, drow with goblin archer backpacks become extremely dangerous. You mean like a goblin hiding in a backpack and the goblin shooting? Yeah. Hitching a ride. Now, here's the deal. That's for an area of effect. If someone casts hold person on the goblin in the backpack of the drow, it would still affect them. But you would have to be like literally right below the drow. So like most life forms wouldn't be protected from it, like an explosion. Unless they're like riding on his leg. If you cast a spell to reduce something and it's like standing on the shoe or the leg or something in between the legs, maybe the drow wouldn't be hurt, or the life form wouldn't be hurt. But that would probably be extremely unlikely. Danzas is a halfling thief that says, I'm bored. It's 3 times as dangerous. Miss Speck says, if you cast sleep on a drow, are they drowsy? Seventh level scrolls dangerous. Well, they only fizzle. They don't backfire. So you don't have to worry about a backfire. I wonder, do I have anything else I could sell to get another one of those? I have this wand of ring of wizardry that wasn't valued properly. I might fix its value right now. See, it says 0, which is wrong. Let me see something here. Who was that? Duncan. So Duncan is character position 1. Okay, let's correct the price on it. So it should be about 10,000. Let me think about this. It should be 15,000. Okay. So we'll get 7,500 for it. See if that's enough. No, it's not. We need 5,000. Or wait. That is enough. Yeah, it's only 15,000. Boom. Another staff of striking. They go 3. Nice. Okay, we spent our money. Finally found an item the thieves can use. Danza says, yeah, but delayed blast fireball, and the thief doesn't know that and casts it at your feet. Oh, you're saying if you're fighting a thief and the thief doesn't know what he's using? No, he has to know what he's using. Otherwise, it'll just fail where he can't understand what the spell is. Mr. Spock says, do you have misses implemented that can hit allies? Or was that already implemented? What do you mean? Danza says, I wasn't a very popular DM. Out of the corner of his eye, the thief notices your boot is untied after saying that was on the scroll. You're losing me there, Danza. Yeah, Mr. Spock, when you say that, like if you target an enemy but you miss so badly, you hit an ally. Oh, I see what you're saying. No. I will eventually implement ranged weapons the way Gary Gygax intended them to be as an option because people aren't going to like it. But with that, when I implement it properly, that can happen. So you're not supposed to be able to pick a target with ranged weapons like bows and arrows and stuff. When you shoot your arrows or whatever it is during the missile phase, there's a good chance you'll hit just any random target. It's kind of like, imagine when a war's happening and all these people are coming in and you're just kind of shooting into the crowd. You don't get to pick your target basically. It's just going to hit someone that's out there. So that's basically how he has it set up. And you can't like mix melee fighting and ranged attacks at the same time. It's supposed to happen in an order where all ranged attacks happen, then melee attacks can happen. It's kind of like a phase. So it's going to be kind of weird. But yes, in that case, it will happen. But yeah, there's no melee miss and hit someone else rules in the first edition AD&D. That doesn't exist. Okay. The other thing I want to do is change the battlefield as an option to be 5 foot per square instead of 10 because there's a lot of spells and splashes and things that happen within 5 feet. There's even some that happen within 3 feet. So some point I'm going to figure out allowing multiple icons on the same squares because you're supposed to be able to fit, like if you're fighting a rat, you should be able to fit 2 or 3 giant rats on one 5 foot square. And then those could actually attack one target at the same time. You can't do that right now. So like when you're fighting a bunch of enemies, it just becomes super tedious because they can only, surround. How many squares is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So eventually I'll have an option you can enable where 16 or 32 things can surround if they're small. And then that also makes some spells like mass invisibility more important. Because right now, 10-foot radius, it's kind of dumb how all that stuff works. Because each square is 10 foot. You should be able to hit a lot more than that. And then there's other spells that'll, like Mass Charm and things, that'll become more useful based on the squares shrinking and more things fitting into those squares. As kids, you were confused on segments. Yeah, it is a very confusing thing, especially for kids, you know. I mean, even adults, probably a lot of them don't understand how it works. But it's, you know, once I studied it, I understand and I did implement it in here. There's just so many things I'm going to keep enhancing to get it more true to the original rules that Gary had. But I'm going to make them options because I know some people are not going to like that. Imagine a 32 creature sweep. Well, you'd have to be level 32 to do that. But yeah, you could. Danza says, yeah, when we played 3.5 edition, all of that made more sense than I had the first edition. I couldn't make it work. Yeah, see, first edition is 60 seconds for a round. And most people are thinking, you know, when you get 2 attacks in a round, they're thinking a round's like 10 seconds or less, which in a lot of games, that's how it is. But it's each segment's 6 seconds and each round is 60 seconds. And people get confused about, well, I mean, even SSI implemented some things weirdly, like a round was 10 seconds or something. The gaze effects they implemented totally improperly, which is why I did all that stuff. But yeah, when you go back and forth, that makes it really confusing. Yes, SSI was pretty confused on some things. Danza says we did something like that with Instant Fortress. We air ballooned it over an army. Yeah, lots of fun things. And, you know, the fact that Thaco's in this game shows you they were trying to mix in second edition with the first edition. It's mostly first, but it's a lot of things were improperly implemented first. And then some of it's just straight second edition that they implemented. So the Gold Box engine was pretty confused. We'll get it closer and closer to what Gary Gygax wanted. Had to be a video game first and foremost. Yeah, absolutely, Danza. Mr. Spock says, you've done an excellent job. Thank you. I appreciate it. Says, I love the fact that I can play first edition properly again, though I'm not sure back when I played it proper either. Yeah, there's so many rules and it's so complicated, which to me is the charm of first edition because there's so many exceptions, niche things that it just gives it so much more flavor. It doesn't feel like everything's the same. The classes are so unique. Everything's just so unique, and it's not like everything is kind of formulated. I don't know how else to describe it. It's not streamlined, which makes it more difficult, but it actually makes it pretty darn balanced as long as you implement all the rules properly. Canola says, but for the time and to make it playable, they did a decent job. Yes. Yeah, when I say this stuff, don't think that I'm bashing SSI saying they did a terrible job. For the time, they did a great job. I mean, it was one of the best game engines of that period. All I'm saying, and you know, they had to make it work on Commodore 64 and all that stuff. So I totally understand why it happened. But all I'm saying is a bunch of the rules weren't done properly. So then it makes a lot of imbalances. Like things that had a purpose suddenly didn't have a purpose, and now that makes that spell or item or whatever kind of useless because they didn't implement the rules properly. And I always blamed Gary Gygax because I was ignorant of the fact that no, it was SSI that just didn't implement it right. Gary he did an amazing job with all the rules. I mean, he thought through so many situations. I've only found just a handful of things that I think would have been better had he not done it that way. But the majority of everything, fantastic. First edition is so much fun, Danza says. The random tables, yeah. The ranger gets the bonus against giant creatures, yep. A table for everything, that's right. And that makes it even better in a game because you don't need to look up in a table. The game handles it for you. A video game, I mean. So video games, it's even better to have tables. Your Displacer Beast Tattoos first edition. Save versus Rod Staff Wand, yeah. Benola says it does. I may not use all the options, but I love your remake. Thank you for your hard work. Oh, my pleasure, and I'm glad you love it. That's what makes me keep working on things is when I know someone enjoys it. Because I spend a lot of time, and as long as people are enjoying it, you know, then that makes it all worthwhile. Always a good time, yep. You're going to stick to your 5th edition, Cody? That's totally understandable. River pirates, they're scared of us. Let's go get them. If I can find where they're at. There they are. Oh man, their icons are so dumb. They don't look like pirates. I guess they get around that by saying they were dressed as fighters. Dressed as soldiers. It's kind of a cheat, isn't it? Let's use our Staff of Striking here. How many charges do we want to use? 1, 2, or 3? Let's do 3. Let's obliterate them. Okay, Tim, you can do a Sonic Blast. Cody says, though, I think first edition rules probably lend themselves better to a PC game and 5th edition to a tabletop. Yes. Yes. If you're physically rolling dice, it's a lot faster to do something like 5th edition. That's definitely true. Hey, Sundog, welcome in. How are you? For me, revisiting first edition is more fun than playing Baldur's Gate 3. So thank you. Oh, that's awesome news. Thank you for telling me that. That's really cool. That guy's a heavy crossbow, which we can't use. Let's see here. Do you have your dagger? Backstab, no penetration. He got hit in the back and his armor was strong enough to block it. Is that really the best he has? Longsword +1. We're toward the end of the game and we're still using longsword +1. That is really how it should be, though. Shouldn't be getting a bunch of +3, +4s real early. You have to run granola? All right. Thank you. I appreciate it. Cody says I can picture DFortae celebrating his sentiment. The what? Like the century with the release of Baldur's Gate 3 Remaster. Another backstab, no penetration. These guys have some heavy armor. There we go. Got that through. Long swords are not the best against heavy armor. Especially daggers, which is what we're using on offhands. They're terrible. We look here. Where's your dagger? Do you not have a dagger equipped? No. Oh, knife. Knife's even worse. So knife, even against scale mail, is -1. It's great against unarmored. It's 3 bonus. But as soon as you get scale mail, -1. Chainmail, -2. Bandit, -3. -4, -5. Danza says first and second edition are so brutal. That's why I like wizardry. Around every corner is something. Yeah, I think you and Cody are in the same boat. You guys like the older wizardries. Because I know Cody likes the older ones. I prefer the newer wizardries, 6, 7, and 8. They're more complicated, more complex, more options. Okay, none of that's going to be magical. Captain's impressed with your skill and invites you to sail with him at any time. Welcome, adventurers, to the ruins of the Crested Wave. All we have left is the common realm. Nancy says, imagine being in a cave with a swarm of sturges. Someone sets off a chime of hunger trap. My 100th birthday? Yeah, good luck on that, reaching 100 years old. Let's see, save under E. Cody likes Wizardry 2 the best, and Danza thinks Wizardry 5 is the best. And that Gaiden 4 that you still need to play, you've been saving it. Yeah, I started that because of you, Danza. I'd never heard of it. And it's enjoyable. I like it. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.